against my better judgment, we watched Strangers, Chapter 1. This cannot be the same Renny Harlin, who directed Deep Blue Sea. There's just no chance of it. I just don't know what happened here, because I love Deep Blue Sea. And I can see that it's been 25 years and he's not made anything particularly amazing in that time. Nothing has touched Deep Blue Sea as far as I can tell. Some of the projects that he's been involved in did pretty well, but those are like he directed an episode or something. So I don't know anything about it. On Twitter, I said that I was going to watch these because I'd not watched any of them. And, you know, I obviously I watched the 2008, the original, and then I watched Pray at Night. And I quite like those. Those did a good job. I think they stay pretty like fresh, intense, and there's just like an intensity to them that it stays pretty special. I'm kind of stunned. You have the blueprints of those two movies. You have two writers who've been in the business at least, although very clearly Alan Cohen and Alan Freedl have mostly produced things rather than written them. And you can fumble it so hard. If you don't know, they filmed all three of these movies at once, and in the worst ways, I think it shows. Because at least, like, Peter Jackson did them, like, chronologically, even if he did all three, like, straight. This is rough. It's so insane because the two main protagonists have such little chemistry, it almost feels like a plot point. There's a ton of time spent in this, like, know-nothing town where you have to, like, go, well, maybe it's one of these bozos they're talking to, and by the time I finished this movie, everything about it should have made me want to go back and figure out if it's the people in the diner. Let me help you. I don't care. I'm kind of glad the boyfriend's dead. I'm glad he died. You know why? You want to hear it? Because if you get a gun, like he gets the shotgun partway through, and you get somebody on the other end of the barrel, and you can't close the deal on even one of these three bing bongs, I don't care if you die. I'm kind of glad you're gone. You're just one less lane on the freeway being taken up by somebody who doesn't know what to do with the oxygen they're using. And there's probably a lot of elements to, you know, fear, that type of thing, but this is just done so poorly, I don't care. The fiance runs off into the woods, finds a hiding spot that should be fine, and then 5 minutes after she's passed over for being caught, she pulls out the phone and then decides to fiddle around with that instead of waiting patiently to see what happens. I was shocked at how bad the reviews are for this movie because it's so recent. It looks pretty polished from the trailer. And the answer is, it's just a mess. Nothing about it is good, and they're just not doing anything worth doing. If you'd have told me this was the one from 2008, the only thing to indicate that it wasn't is the camera quality. And I'd have gone, oh, okay, fine, whatever, no big deal. You actually could have had Renny Harlin do it back then. And, yeah, you could have flopped him around. 2008 could be back here. It's interesting that they're using... This movie's so bad, they're even reusing the ending of the first one, where Liv Tyler's character lives. They just never expounded upon that, because it took them 9 years to make a sequel. I'm going to go watch the second one today, but only because I have that stupid Regal Pass, and it'll be free for me, so I don't really care. And I'm going to complain about that one, too. This is probably, this is probably a 3 for me. It's just not doing anything good, and there are two very perfectly clear examples of the good intensity that the first two had, and all of the elements that made it good are completely gone now. And I wish I had liked it, because I like the masks, I like the aesthetic, and I like the theme, but yeah, this is, the kids would say this is cheeks. This is cheeks, like butt cheeks. Renny Harlin can do better, and he's about to put like 3 crappy notches in his belt. I'll see you kids later. It's a bitch. If you like this content, I'm supposed to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. I think like is here, and comment is probably down there, and subscribe over there somewhere too, I think. I don't know how many times this like snippet is gonna make it into a video. Everybody says you should do it this way, and I always thought it was just like an annoying thing other YouTubers did. And as you know, I am bad at editing, so if you like it, great, I'm happy for you. If you don't like it, I'm sorry.